Hello, I'd just like to make a short video about healing techniques, which I mentioned on a recent video. I did a live stream, but that is no longer available on YouTube, so I will repeat the information here for anyone who's interested. Now, this healing technique comes from someone called Frank Jordan. You can find his podcast radio show on YouTube, and I've included a link down below for anyone who wants to listen and research more about this. Now, according to Frank Jordan, we live where we live, place where you're in. There are thousands of dimensions, many dimensions in that one place. And in some of these dimensions, there exist life forms. Some of these life forms have learned to tap into our dimension and have learned to tap into our energy and use it as a source for them to feed off. So, he calls these life forms antigens. That's spelt Antigens. So these creatures are parasitic, and some of them might be very low intelligence, they might be high intelligence. There are many different types of antigen. They might not even realise that we're intelligent, and they don't have any respect for us as sovereign beings. So you want to get rid of these things if you've got an antigen infection. So to get rid of them, firstly, one healing technique won't necessarily work for everybody. So if you're having trouble finding the right one, you need to call to guides and helpers and ask them for help to guide you to a healing technique that will work for you. Often a sign of antigen infection is a feeling of heat coming off from somewhere, or you're feeling of a burning sensation somewhere on your body, or some kind of pain in a specific area. That area there may be a nest of antigens. So if it's a heat sensation, that heat is caused by inflammation, and the antigens, they like to cause inflammation because it releases the heat and they can draw upon that energy and suck it out. If you go to a doctor with this problem, they usually give you steroids, which sometimes irritate the antigens and get rid of them that way. But there is another way of doing it. So, first thing you need to do is to call to the antigens to tell them you're going to take them back to their own source. Then you want to create a vortex of energy. You do this by using a spiral. You above this place where the pain or the heat energy is coming from. Create a spiral, clockwise spiral. That is, clockwise is a positive energy. Creates positive energy. That will tend to force the antigens to leave. And you want to visualize them leaving back to their own source as well at the same time. This should remove them. Now, occasionally the antigens seem to like positive energy, so you should use an anti-clockwise spiral on the point. Sometimes that will work as well. Okay. Now, if you want to do this to somebody else, you have to be very careful because you could take on their antigens. So to do this to somebody else, you first have to set an intention not to contract any antigens into you from the patient if you're working on someone other than yourself. So then tune into the person, tune into the person's frequency, get the name, as that will help you visualize their frequency. Okay, then you again do the positive clockwise spiral again on the area that's infected. Okay, so that's the Frank Jordan healing technique. That's the simple way of doing it. And the other healing technique I've got for you today is, if you feel a burning sensation on your skin or somewhere, is to visualize ice blue on that area, and that should alleviate the burning sensation. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching.